right, Barakatha Yahweh, Barakatha Yahweh Shai, Barakatha Yahweh, Barakatha Yahweh Shai, Barakatha Yahweh, Barakatha Yahweh Shai, Barakatha Yahweh, Barakatha Yahweh Shai. All praises, glory, and honor to Yahweh, by Hashem Yahweh Shai. Double honors to the apostles of Great Millstone, and honors and salutation to all you Akim out there that's laboring in the truth and sincerity. There's another GMS en route, and it's going to be the Corona scare was effective. All right, and through the spirit of Yahweh by Hashem Yahweh Shai, because this is 2020, as the Apostle Paul deemed it, the year of prophecy, and prophecies just keep happening, and this is all related to the prophecies. That's why I always refer to it as spiritual dominoes, because when something, it could be one small instance, which is still a prophecy happening, that triggers other events. And with the corona, that's why I call it the corona scare virus, whatever, because I'm pretty sure there are people dying, and it's not even so much as, is it a government ploy or this? What you think? Everything that happens from here on out is a conspiracy, man. Everything that happens is a conspiracy. This government, all right, and the scripture said that the spirit that is in them is not upright. So the government been conspiring against the American citizens, and in particular, Jake, so-called Negroes, West Indians, Latinos. The government been conspiring against us for the longest, man. We've been had a target walking around. See, Moab is just now getting that target put on their back. They kind of, they was up by the wayside. They were like insignificant, maybe for some kung fu flicks at one point, and some fucking dirty Chinese food at one point, which nobody ain't even really fucking with now. You got regular Jakes, and Jake is abominable, man. You know what I'm saying? Jake eat fucking lobster ass and all kind of other nasty shit out there, man. Even they ain't going to these Moabite restaurants, man. So that's why I said the coronavirus was very, very effective, because the scriptures speak about, the perilous times, right? These evil days coming, right? And the scriptures also speak about the economy. Woe to ye inhabitants of Maktesh, right? Well, that coronavirus on a lot of levels, which ultimately is the Most High. And like I always quote, the deceiver and the deceived are his. The people that's being fooled by the tricks that this government has put out there, all the lies and slanders of Esau, the so-called white man, which he's the devil. The word devil means deceiver, but the Lord said a deceived and a deceiver are his, meaning the Most High set up both of them, man. The Heavenly Father, like the so-called white man ain't doing nothing that the Most High don't know about, man. You think this devil was able to form a coronavirus and the Most High wasn't with him to do it? The scriptures tell you where the Most High doth work on the left hand. Everybody got their lot. You got the righteous angels and you got the wicked angels, man. Okay, you got the son of the Most High, Yahweh Shai, on the right hand side, and then you got Satan on the left hand side. So and Satan is in order with the Most High. All right. The scriptures say that there be spirits that are created for vengeance. So at the same time, the Most High set up these devils to do these different biological attacks, straight up attacks and other type of poison in the water system and everything, just to be the devil in the past judgment on the people who it hits. All right, because the scriptures say that the issues of death belonging to the Most High. So at the end of the day, regardless of how sick you are or how healthy you are, you got people that are in good health dropping dead. You see, in good health dropping dead. Now, there's it's a difference. If someone that dies believing in the Most High, Yahweh by Hashem Yahweh Shai, because there is a difference. There is a thing of those that die in the Lord, all right, that die in the truth. Because you had what's the word? Martyrs. The martyrs and the saints that were beheaded for the testimony of Yahweh Shai. So you have people that do die in the truth, okay? But the scriptures say, let us not suffer as a murderer, an evildoer. So you got people that are of this world, and the majority of the people in this world are wicked as hell because they believe in other idols and other gods, false philosophies, and they do the things that the Lord hates. You You see, so the Lord set up certain judgments for him. You see, overall. But now, when I say that that coronavirus was effective, again, yeah, it did. It caused a lot of pandemonium. They got the whole Italy now is quarantined, and it doesn't matter. Say if, within a week or say 2 weeks, it blows over because people got a short attention span anyway. So and the elites, they're well aware of that. So it doesn't matter anyway, because people will forget this going into May 5th or whatever. Oh, Cinco de Mayo, people be ready to party. Oh, it's summer. I'm glad summer's here. It was I couldn't wait for summer to come, right? Spring break and all this other shit that goes on, which is nothing but a bunch of heathenism and wicked ass customs. People will forget about the coronavirus, man. People they starting as fucked up as people was over Kobe. You got the majority of the people don't even care about that now. Now they're worrying about the coronavirus, which at one point the Kobe thing eclipsed the coronavirus, but then the coronavirus came back and eclipsed everything now, to the point where now, and it proves what we've been saying for the longest through the Spirit of the Lord. Hey, because the scriptures say in 2 Corinthians 2:11, for we're not ignorant of Satan's devices, at least he should get an advantage of us. So the way that these devils, and the Lord showed us, man. The Lord showed us, being in the year 2020, the year of prophecy, which is also mean it's the year of the exposed. All everything is coming out, everything that was hidden, because the Lord said that, right? He said, there's nothing that's hidden that shall not be revealed. And Esau, all of the wickedness and all the lies, the fake news and the fake, everything is out there on the table. All right, the pedophilia that powers, this social media and Hollywood and with the elites and the government and everything, that's all being exposed, man. It's all being exposed. And really, at the end of the day, the only people that's going to really take heed to it are the elect, the sincere brothers and the few sisters that there be out there. You understand? But everything is being exposed. And like I said, even with the coronavirus, even if from 2 weeks from now, they say, okay, everything is clear, because now they're shutting down. You got a state of emergency now. New Jersey got a state of emergency declared. New York already declared a state of emergency. Connecticut probably will be next. You have other areas that's going to declare a state of emergencies. You got them already. They already the schools and everything. They done shut a lot of the schools down. They talking about, are we going to continue to have NBA games? How can we do it without fans? Some players like, man, fuck that. LeBron is like, nah, I ain't doing that. Other cats might be like, well, I need the money. Who knows? But at the end of the day, it was effective for even if after everything goes back to so-called things calm down, it still did what it had to do. One, a lot of people got wiped off from it, right? There's a lot of people throughout the world that are dying through that means, right? And be it as it may, a scare, whatever the case is, it still put into play a lot more legislation. It destroyed the economy to the point where they're talking about getting rid of straight up dollar bills because, being that it's supposed to be an airborne plague, the money's all being contaminated. You see what I'm saying? Which really, the money's not even really money anyway. It's not backed by nothing anyway. You see what I'm saying? But now they're saying, so what it does is it helps push towards a cashless society. All right? So now this thing has been doing a lot. It made stock markets plunge, and not just in America, but all over, man. All over. You see? You got so-called prominent figures, head of the Port Authority, so-called testing positive for it, right? So there's a lot of things that are happening, but I want to go into a scripture real quick pertaining to this, because at the end of the day, it's all prophecy, and everything is happening. Most sides said his word don't return it to him void, and we're just seeing how the Lord is executing his prophecies. And of course, the so-called white man, being the devil, he's a vessel of wrath, all right, which he's going to be destroyed, but he's also going to bring wrath, man. I'll tell you that in Revelations 12:12. For the devil's come down with great wrath, because he know if he have but a short time. You see? So Esau, man, listen, man. Esau's doing exactly what he's supposed to be doing, being the devil. And yeah, get ready. It's going to be more. It's going to be another wave of a destruction. You're gonna have more. Could be a major hurricane or tornadoes. Tornadoes are still ripping through shit in the Midwest. You see, we in the time of the Lord's judgment, man. All right. But anyway, this is 2 Thessalonians chapter 2. Matter of fact, I start at the beginning. It says, "Now we beseech you, brethren, by the coming of our Lord Yahushai, and by our gathering together unto him, that ye be not soon shaken in mind or be troubled." And even for the elect. And see, and this is how, at the end of the day, this is how the Most High is going to show you who the elect is and who the prophets are. Because you got a lot of people out there, you know, even that's still in these demonic ass churches. First of all, that's a house of death. Churches is a house of death. All these religious groups, you know what I'm saying, these so-called non-profit organizations out there, because at the end of the day, they're going to instruct all their followers to take the chip. You see, they're going to instruct them. And also too, with the coronavirus, like they showed you in what was that movie, I Am Legend, I think it was, where they were scanning the chick's eye. Now they got a thing where they got this fingerprint scanner, but really it's a, you know, it's a how would you say, a front runner for the chip, for scanning the chip. You see, and they showed you in a lot of these. So, and that was one of the things too in the was it the Obamacare package, that thick ass package where it spoke about them putting in a device, inserting it into your hand, which you know is the RFID chip with all your medical records and this, that, and the third. So they showed you in a lot of these different movies that they had to put that chip in you so that they, one, of course, they could follow you and know everything you're doing, and then now we can know that you've been cleared to leave the quarantined area. You see, because a lot of quarantine, this is the most quarantine that's happened in a long while, man. In a long while. And in that movie, I Am Legend, they show you New York all fucked up and ruined. And then they show you, in the beginning of the speech, it shows the sign quarantine. You know what we living in now? Nothing but a bunch of quarantine situations where people are nervous. People don't know what the hell to do. You know? And it shows you that, like Proverbs 11:4, riches profiteth not in the day of wrath, because you got all these celebrities and everything that sold out and acquired these fictitious riches, and it's not going to bail them out from what's happening. When Esau say you can't leave, you got to stay in your house, guess what? I don't care how much money you got. I don't care if you got a private chopper or whatever. First of all, the government controls the airwave, or the sky. Okay, you got to get clearance from Esau. And if you try to get slick and go up there, they might just shoot your ass down with a laser. Same laser they're accusing everybody else of using. All right? So you're going to find out. And we've been telling you, and it ain't nothing, and it definitely ain't nothing new. This government is against the people. All right? They look at the people as enemy combatants. And real soon, you're going to see them killing protesters, you know? They locking them up and everything, but you ain't gonna be able to be out there protesting and doing all that, man. And that's why a lot of those protests, those social media protests, those are all staged, man. They were all staged, and a lot of people gonna die behind that, because the Heavenly Father is not with all this protesting, man. The Heavenly Father is the one that's gonna come back and plead our cause, as the scriptures say. So it says, neither by spirit, nor by word, nor by letter as from us, as that the day of Yahushua HaMashiach is at hand. That's what's happening, man. So brothers that's in the faith ain't got to worry about, or you just got to watch as well as pray. You know, get that popcorn and watch this movie finish, man. Okay, because that's what's happening. We at the point where the Lord's about to end everything, man. Let the credits roll. It said, let no man deceive you by any means, for that day should not come, except there come a falling away first, and that man of sin be revealed, the son of perdition. Yeah, the son of destruction. All right? That man of sin is talking about who? Esau, the so-called white man. You know, and we had the fall. See, and that's the thing. It's not like we're going back in slavery again. This is it. This is the final, this is the final captivity, man. You know, the scriptures tell you that affliction shall not rise itself up again a second time. This is our last captivity, man. You see? And it's going to be a whole lot of casualties. A whole lot. The scriptures say 2/3 of our nation ain't going to make it. And everybody else, whoever's found here in America, all of America's going to be wiped out, man. You see? And there'll be a few other people that make it maybe in certain other neutral areas, you know, which even those neutral areas, and that's heavy too, because the scriptures speak about how they're going to be beating we're going to make them destroy their weapons and clean up hey, and it's only fitting, man. They tell you in Isaiah the 24th chapter, right, about they that destroy the earth, which is speaking about Esau, the so-called white man, the same one who claims he's, you know, Earth Day and he's all in tune with the earth. He's the one that poisoned everything, that fucked the whole earth up. That's why you look at the trees and the flowers and you see the earth is crying out, man. This fucking devil did some wicked ass shit here, man. Even the sea, he done polluted the ocean. So it's only fitting that he be the motherfucker that gotta clean this shit up with his bare hands, man. And hardcore slavery. That's what's gonna be happening when New Jerusalem is established. When New Jerusalem come back from them chariots, Esau gonna be rounded up and put in hardcore slavery. And they found a whole lot of I believe it was Switzerland, a whole lot of old nukes up in Switzerland that they've been trying to, and I think they had to evacuate a town recently, or a couple of towns, because, you know, they're trying to figure out how to discharge them and get rid of these old nuclear missiles that they have in these areas. Hey, well, don't worry, Esau. We're gonna make you motherfuckers go there without a damn suit, and you're gonna have to go to work. You're gonna die, then you come back, get right back on the job. You're gonna die again. You're gonna die 1,000 deaths, devil. All right. The scriptures say, render unto her double. You're gonna, just like you put us in slavery and made us do all kinds, because that's what Esau was doing, man. Esau was sending Jake in inhumane situations, working around all type of different, you know, in the coal mines and working around all type of different, what they call it, phosphorus gases, and, you know, where you had a lot of Jakes died off, you know what I'm saying, with cancer because of them working around different, you know, asbestos and all these other things without masks and everything, you see? So Esau, you got to pay for that, man. But it says, pardon me, that Son of Man should be revealed. I mean, no, Slackett. And that man of sin be revealed, which he is revealed now. And boy, is he getting revealed. He's getting revealed by, and that's the prophecy too. The Lord said in Psalms 64, he should cause his own tongue to fall upon him. You know, you got that dude, Corey Feldman, the two Corys or whatever. He's still fighting to push out the air Esau out for his pedophilia. And as I always said, America was set up on witchcraft and homosexuality. All right? Which pedophilia and all that's all into that, man. That's what America is really about. That's what the elites or the crux of America is about. You know, witchcraft, practices of witchcraft, the philosophy of witchcraft, and pedophilia, man, and homosexuality. You see, and that's why, you know, at one time they always had to do the different commercials warning, you know, to protect your children from these predators out there, man, which was Esau primarily. You see, so that's what's happening, man. It says, who opposes and exalteth himself above all that is called the Most High, or that is worship, you know, and that's what Esau does. And with the witchcraft, their practices, you know, do as thou wilt. That's why you got a lot of these niggas are practicing witches and don't even know. You know what I'm saying? You got niggas sitting here talking about I'm Lord of my own destiny and this, that, and the third. I'm God. I control the universe. Nigga, then the nigga get fucking shot the next day. So that was your destiny that you was in control of? You understand? But that's that witchcraft mindset, okay, teachings in various forms that they put it in that made you simple niggas think that you know, that you were the Most High, or that you didn't, you know, you could do whatever the hell you want to do. You understand that freedom of doing whatever you want. Do as thou wilt is a saying that they say, do as thou wilt, right? So it says, so that he as the Most High sitteth in the temple of the Most High, showing himself that he is the Most High. And that goes to the white man, all right? Because why? He's sitting, you know, through the whitewashing of all the black icons. He whitewashed them to face the dark images, and he set himself up as the new, you know, the new people of the Lord. You see what I'm saying? So that's what they did. And then you got them over there in Jerusalem, right? Sitting up there saying that they're the Jews, that they're the Israelites. So that's speaking about the so-called white man. It says, remember ye not that when I was yet with you, I told you these things. And now you know now you know what withholdeth, that he might be revealed in his time. And that time is definitely now. And that, the proof is he's being revealed. Everything the so-called white man does is being revealed. Everybody's finding out how much of a scumbag he really is, still is, okay? Everybody's finding out how they keep putting out these different things to scare people. You know, people are finding out about the things like the 9/11 was a big hoax, Osama bin Laden and all that. You know, you got people waking up to these things, man. People waking up to the fact that, you know, so-called racism ain't never died. It still exists. You see what I'm saying? Everybody's waking up to everything about this devil. It says, for the mystery of iniquity doth already work. Only he who now letteth will let until he be taken out of the way. All right, and see, and that's the point, because why? The Lord is getting ready to take this devil right out the way. They ain't gonna be able to be, you know, causing all this havoc and poisoning the world and everything like that, man, and pushing this goddamn homosexual agenda, man. You know, the Most High said until he be taken out the way. That's what's happening. That's what we waiting on the Lord. The Lord is gonna take him out the way. It said, and then shall that wicked be revealed, and that wicked, showing you that wicked is an actual man, and he's being revealed on all levels. It said, whom the Lord shall consume with the spirit of his mouth. And we're known as the mouthpiece of the Lord. So how is that happening? Through the prophets out there on the highways and the byways, constantly cursing out these devils, you know, and speaking the word of the Most High. All right, teaching the truth. The truth is eating these devils up, man. It says, whom the Lord shall consume with the spirit of his mouth and destroy with the brightness of his coming. And then the Lord is going to actually destroy this devil and take him out with the chariots, the so-called UFOs. That's why they sitting there constantly trying to, you know, work on their laser beams and space weapons and everything, because they know that it's prophesied for Yahushua to return with the holy angels. And those so-called UFOs that you see, they know that that's the angels. They know the angels is rolling in those chariots. So that's why they keep trying to mimic and make some type of, you know, vehicles that could rival the chariots. But it's going to be to no avail, man. They're going to get crushed in this World War III, man. At the end of the day, when it's finished, Esau, the scriptures tell, we was reading it at the Passover show, Esau is going to be evaporated, man. His army is going to be evaporated, man. You see? So it's something way worse than the coronavirus. You ain't got to worry about the coronavirus. You better hope you die from the coronavirus, because when Yahushua get through with you, man, you know, you're going to be eviscerated, man. You're going to be right in the poof, like smoke, man. It says, even him whose coming is after the workings of Satan with all power and signs and lying wonders. And lying wonders, which goes, you know, that's Esau. Esau's propaganda machine, you know, because that's what they did. Once they gained power after they bombed, you know, Hiroshima, Nagasaki, then they went on just pushing their ideology even further, man. They sent their missionaries, they putting democracy in all these other countries and changing the rulership, you know, from the ancient ways, how they were governed in these countries, to where now you got democracy in most all these different countries, man. They all bow down to the, you know, which that's prophecy too, you know what I'm saying? But now people are waking up, man. They waking up and they seeing, you know. But again, back to the original point, this thing with the coronavirus, it did what it had to do. So even when once it passes, it still did what it had to do. It affected the economy. Things would never go back to being the same. Just like going back during the time of 9/11. You know, 9/11 came and went, but guess what? It changed the scope of the world. To where, and legislation, pardon me, and legislation. You see, and at that time it was the Muslims, the Ishmaelites, who were being deemed as the boogeyman, or they got the target on their back. People were bashing, beating down, because that's how this government is. This government can demonize you, man. And that's why you got China, they blaming the corona scale, whatever, on the United States. But these governments, they work in tandem with each other, man. They all have the same head. That's why they got the same structure. You got a Center of Disease Control set up in Wuhan, China. You understand? Because they all part of that same system at the end of the day, But anyway, with that, I mean, hopefully brothers are edified. Lord willing, we're gonna be out of here real soon, man. We just gotta continue to, pray and watch, man. And stay in our lot. You know what I'm saying? It's a fight. It's a battle. It's beautiful to at least make it this far to another Passover, but you want to endure to the end, because it's not over. Our job is not over. It's not time to rest. The king. We're gonna rest in the kingdom, man. And really, you don't want to rest in this fucking faggot infested society, man. Everything about this kingdom is just off, man. So really, you should haste, like the scriptures say, hasten the day. You should be waiting for the kingdom. That's when we're gonna truly get rest, man. Truly get. The scriptures say they that wait on the Lord shall renew their strength. And that's when we're gonna get, the new bodies, the new, rejuvenated and everything, man. You see what I'm saying? That's when we're gonna get all the goodness, the land overflowing with milk and honey. And we're not far away from it. It's not like it's generations away, hundreds of years. Nah, it's right here. It's basically right here. It's basically right here. So when you see these things happening, like the Lord said, lift up your head because your salvation draweth nigh. And understanding the scriptures, that things are gonna get real ugly out here, so to speak, man. Daniel's the 12th chapter, verse 1 tell you that, So you gotta read the scriptures, man, and study as well as, study, pray, and hey, brother, Lord willing, Lord come sooner than, come soon, so to speak. You know what I'm saying? I mean, it's prophecy. We gotta still wait. Prophecy gotta happen. Although we do want to get the hell up out of here, but still, prophecy, scriptures must be fulfilled. You see, so just like Yahweh Shai had to endure with long suffering, we got to endure all the way down to the bitter end, brothers. To the bitter end. But with that, I'm give all praises, glory, and honor to Yahweh by Shem Yahweh Shai, and say shalom to you, sincere Akim out there. Shalom.